I want to thank our leader for understanding the necessity of this, and I applaud her for this resolution. Mr. President, I have faith in America. I have a great faith that one day we're going to get it right, and we're going to be at such a place where these curriculums of everybody is finally going to be put into one complete book on American history. I have faith that that day will come. That day, sadly, is not today, but I have faith that that day will come. I still think that we're not so far from Arturo Schomburg. You may know the name as the creator of the Schomburg Library, arguably the greatest library on Black history in the world, who got into it because his teacher told him that you blacks have no history, none at all. And he set out to collect and disprove that notion. So we're not that far from it, where Carter G. Woodson was able to create such a day. But as my colleague before me said, Black history is American history, and American history is Black history. You cannot fully understand American history. It's like trying to understand American history without looking at George Wallace, him too. Yes, him too. George Washington, Alexander Hamilton. Imagine trying to understand American history and taking out all of these people. You cheat yourself. You'll never get the idea right. In fact, I'll show it to you real quickly. Everyone, as my colleague said, this is the birthday of Rosa Parks. Everyone has seen that famous picture of Rosa Parks sitting in the bus, not moving, and standing up by sitting down. But if you look at that picture carefully, you'll see a white gentleman sitting right behind her. Careful now. That white guy was from New York, for one. He just happened to be on the bus. And he stayed on the bus to make sure that she wasn't beaten to a pulp. He's actually a Jewish gentleman also. He stayed on the bus to just make sure. You see, by focusing on one, you have to look at the whole. This is true American history, the history of all of us. If you read, if we just are taught right, which we're not. I contend that by just looking at it, if you scratch a Nazi, you're going to find a racist. If you scratch a racist, you're going to find a Nazi. Those type of thinking go together. We beat the Nazis once, we'll beat them again if need be. I'm talking America, and the world for that matter, but I'm talking America. You see, we have to learn so that we don't repeat these errors over and over. Had the world population stopped the fascists when they were invading Ethiopia and now Namibia, we might not have had the Holocaust. We are all in this together. We don't have a choice here. We have to share this planet. Therefore, we need to understand that. I know that one day we're going to have the ability to get real American history so that we can have a real American future. That day seems troubled today, Mr. President, as I conclude. That day seems troubled today while we have so many people dividing us and finding ways of saying who is an American, who is not, and that becomes so ever more picayune. I will say this. I have faith in the youth of America. I have faith that by understanding history, and I encourage all of us to study everyone's history. Start with Black history, but everyone's history and their contribution to America. And by then, we can really claim the great distinction of being part of the American family. Thank you very much, Mr. President.